Let me clear my throat. This is a good tune, that, wasn't it? Hi guys, right, right, stop it. Right, here we go. Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. Builds again, lots of builds going on, as we say, so lots more to talk about with builds. The last few weeks we've tried to show you individual builds, give you a bit more detail, talk you through the processes and some of the bits like brake lines, fuel lines, projects and things like that as well. So, but this week it's Joseph's car, CUP200 Plus. So if you've been following us, fantastic, thank you very much. But if you haven't, it's the first time. If I'm crossing over with some of the stuff you've seen before, I apologise. But we're going to get into this. What's the beating heart of a CUP200 or CUP200 Plus is this, the Hayabusa engine. This is generation 2, so 2008 onwards, up to, I think it's 2020, and then it moved over to generation 3. So, but this one's been tickled with by our really good guys, RLM, Richard Webb, and his team tickled this. And it's a 1440cc making 230, I think it's 235 horsepower. Amazing bit of kit. Got angled throttle bodies, generation 3 Hayabusa throttle bodies, which is then enables drive-by-wire, so you don't have any cables that attach to the motor, with a billet fuel rail, life ECU, it's an F88 ECU and management on it as well. Lots of wiring gone in, this is all gone in, this is the custom looms that are made for these, they're all labelled, so it's really easy to identify anything, future fault finding or whatever, if you need to. And obviously first install, it's really easy, it just tells you what you need to do with the plug and where to plug it. That's in stonking bit of kit, and that's going to go extremely well. We've done builds with a 1440 with Rich before, and it is an amazing bit of kit. Now, front, still in mock-up, got some final fit and finish to do on this, but radiator in, again, our standards go-to, which is a 70mm core radiator, a 34-row oil cooler. You think that's probably quite big, but on the track, that's really what is required with the wet sump system that we have in this, because a lot of the oil is maintained in the engine, so we need a bit of extra cooling facilities. And there is other things we can do with the ECU to make sure you don't, fresh the engine when the oil is too cold. We can restrict it to 40% throttle because it's all on this drive-by-wire system. So, and this is a drive-by-wire motor. Your pedal box, master cylinders are in here, and then we've got our billet pedal box all in. Fuel lines have been attached, coolant lines that were laid in, and we're on with dashboard next. We're just putting this in for the final fit time on this with the AIM dashboard the same, which is going in an AIM dashboard in here. Battery kill switch, and we're putting that in now. The guys are working on that. But the main transformation is, from the last week, is bodywork. Bodywork's going in. It's white at the moment. It won't be white. It's going in some funky wrap, which is going to be interesting. So we've got to dry fit everything on this. So we've got to dry fit all of these panels, put every single hole in it, mark every single fit in, and then take it all off. So we've got to drill all the roll cage holes. That's why the roll cage is on now. We're going to drill all of that, tease it, fit it, same in the nose cone and the bonnet. These are here, these have been trimmed, ready, and it's final fettle to do on these. Now, when we're trimming some of these holes out, like the exhaust hole here, this is just in phase, we use a little tool. Sorry. We use a little tool like this. Really handy. Sealy make them, loads of people do them, you can screw fix to them. Really handy, these little bandsaw things, finger as they call it, really handy for smoothing out and getting nice clean cut lines if you want to do that for your exhaust hole. They're fairly cheap to buy. I say eBay sell them probably, but screw fix do them as well. This is a Sealy one, a bit more heavy duty. And we recommend probably putting a hoover somewhere near it when you're doing it to stop dust going everywhere. You still want a little bit, but it kind of helps get it, not cover the whole vehicle. You can trim the panel off the vehicle as well. It's not a problem. You can mark out what it is, trim it off the panel. We've done it in situ because we're trying to give this a little bit more clearance than we normally would, because it's going to have a wrap on it. and we don't want any heat to distort the wrap in any way, so we're going to give this a little bit more aperture around this system here, which we've mocked in ready. So this is our stainless 4-2-1 high booster manifold. Really nice bit of kit, works, does exactly what it makes, decent power. Roll cage, so it's our FIA roll cage. We've kept the protection on it for now, but you can see what it is. It's really nice shape. Roll proven solution. Thankfully, not too many incidents that we can say, does it work in an accident? It will work, but we don't have many of them, so that's great. We've got all the rear panels, bonded it here, fitted, doing the final fit and finish on here, give it a nice seam line, and we'll flat all these down to make sure. All the holes are pre-done in the panel anyway for the rear wings. So the rear tub's in, nice and secured with the fixings up the top here, just bolted here, just 2 little bolts just in here, and then we'll have 2 that will go in there. So we've got 2 here and we'll have 2 about there as well. We've got a little plate that's already welded in. Now I know some of you guys already know this, or you may be in the build process, but it does help you. Same as the other videos that we always do, the fuel tank is the same setup, really easy, nice fitment with a fuel pump, fuel level sender, and a 3.1 diff in this. So we've geared it for a bit more, for like 140, I think it's from 48 or something like that it gears up to with the ratios that are in there. Plenty, that's a lot of speed in this little car. Cables are in, and we've done the same here. In fact, I can show you the handbrake setup here. So when we're doing electric handbrake, which I'll show you in a second a bit more, this is a little top hat we have machined. We'd supply you one end like this and one that has a grub screw on it. In fact, I'll go and grab that for you so you can see what we're talking about. We've just got to secure this other end. So while we're here, we have one that's like this. Finn can probably zoom in that. It's a reusable end. So once we do that, and then we'll come around here and the top hat will go on, the cable will go on, so that we can slide it all through, and then we'll hook this on and it'll be secured with the grub screws in place. So it makes a nice, simple, clean setup, which is the same as this electric handbrake under here attached, and all in next to the track system that's here that runs the electric fuel lines and everything else. And down in here, tucked deep in the depths of the tunnel, is your reverse motor, electric reverse with a sprocket here that's mounted between a diff and a pop shaft. Really simple. These bosses are already in mounted, so you can just bolt these into the holes, bolt the sprocket in, wire up the motor. Pretty simple then. Same as this, the brackets, laser cut comes through it. You can bolt it in, the gear levers in, nice and smooth, very easy to work on those. So we're on with the dashboard, and then we're on with the last job, which is a steering column, which I said the other week we spoke about. This is the collapsible column system. That's just got to go in once we do the final fit of the dashboard and everything else as well. So we'll get this into a roller, because this, perhaps when it's being wrapped, we'll do a little feature on that with it's a local company, Tailored Wraps, that's going to be doing this. James and his team do a fantastic job, very high-end wrapping that they do. So we'll probably do a little feature on that and go around there in their workshop and get permission, then do a little bit of filming when it's been done. We ain't doing it. We've tried that. If you ever watch a few videos back where we tried, I think it's about a year ago, we tried to wrap a car. It's not my profession, and it's not our team's profession here, and apparently we ordered the wrong style of wrap. There you go. Lesson learned. Not going to wrap a car again. But this one's being done, and it will also have a PPF protection, which is a second coat over it to help protect all of that nice fresh wrap that's going on there as well. But so that's done. That's done. The bodywork, the nose cone, all of that's on. The guys are finishing up trimming today, get it into a roller. So when we're back from the festive periods, this can then go off to them to be wrapped and everything else. So if you've got any questions on this, on the CUP200 Plus, or any of the parts on it, the range, or how we fit stuff, fire them down in the comments below there. Happily try and answer you. If you're really unsure, fire us an email, or give us a phone call, or come and see us at the factory. But if you want to know more about the CUP200 range, the RX5, or the Sprint 185 range, then come and see us at the factory, maybe at the shows. What's the first one? First one's Race Retro. I think that comes up in February. That'll be at Stoney. So you'll probably see one of these on the stand. You can come and see it if you can't get down to the factory. Right, that's it, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.